I was blocked by a stone, so I casually kicked it over 10 meters away. I thought it was just an ordinary rock, but when the senior sister of the sect arrived, she was instantly terrified because it was a 1,000-pound guardian stone. Even the champion of the martial arts tournament could only push it 1 meter at most, but that wasn't even my true strength. When I removed the 1,000-pound black iron from my hands, I instantly shattered a giant golden cauldron into dust. But before my mother passed away, she warned me to never reveal my martial arts skills, just to protect the family. 3 years ago, to avenge my father, I mastered the long-lost Seeking Heaven finger. Using only the first 3 moves, I defeated the top masters from every nation, and easily eliminated the man who killed my father. At a young age, I became the undisputed #1 in the world. But when I returned home with the good news, I found the house in ruins, and my mother barely clinging to life. Before dying, she handed me a marriage contract, told me to fulfill the marriage and never use force again, to live as an ordinary person from now on. With those final words, she passed away. I was overwhelmed with grief, but to fulfill her last wish, I went to the manor to honor the marriage agreement. At the gate, many others held the same marriage contract, but they were actually there to cancel the engagement. It turned out the agreement would automatically dissolve in 3 years, and no physical intimacy was allowed during that time. It was merely a formal arrangement. No one was willing to accept such conditions, but I gladly agreed for the sake of my mother's wish. I stepped forward and took the contract from the maid's hands, because I could use these 3 years to train my mind and heart. And so 3 years passed. By day I performed in an opera troupe. By night I did chores and took care of my contract wife. I looked after her in every possible way, but she never developed feelings for me. Because 3 years ago she made this agreement, to deal with her grandfather's pressure, and to wait for her childhood sweetheart to return from overseas, to help save his martial arts school, so she proposed the marriage contract. Now with 7 days left before his return, she planned to end things with me. But then she found my handwritten note about a terminal illness on the table. Thinking of all the care I had shown her over the years, she couldn't bring herself to go through with the divorce. Even at the dinner table, she stayed silent, unaware it was just a line from the play I would perform tomorrow. The next day, I continued doing laundry and cooking as usual, but a stone blocked my path, so I kicked it away, not knowing it was the guardian stone of the mountain. And I sent it flying over 10 meters with one kick. Some disciples happened to pass by and noticed the stone had been moved. The senior sister was puzzled, wondering who could have such strength. Just then, the rich young master returned. Everyone assumed he had moved the stone, and he shamelessly admitted it. Hearing this, the senior sister called me over, told me to greet him, but I went straight up and revealed my identity. The rich young master responded by ordering his 2 top bodyguards to fight me. I, trying to hide my true strength, quickly let myself lose. The senior sister rushed in to stop them, claiming I was just a sweeper with no martial skills. But the rich young master wasn't done. He ordered his men to beat me to death. At that moment, I activated my inner power.